Joey Scott has been coaching track and field for over 10 years. He has coached athletes of all ages, from elementary school to Olympians and world champion sprinters. He was the head coach of the Cayman Islands in the last Olympic Games, and coaches multiple professional sprinters and NFL players and recruits. In his short time as a coach, he has earned the respect of not only his runners and athletes, but also veteran coaches who see potential in his coaching techniques and youthful charisma.
So, what got you into track and field in the first place?
What got me in track and field is when I was younger, I was getting in a lot of trouble. And actually track and field was my outlet to stay out of trouble and kind of reevaluate my values in life.
So it got you on the right track?
It got me on the right track.
So, how do you respond to people that say, I can't?
I tell them that cane is not an option. You know, in order for them to fulfill their dreams and goals, you know, they have to tell themselves that they can. Because if they don't, then they'll be stuck in quicksand and they'll be stagnant in life, period. You know, it's not just about sports, it's about them trying to go forward on with life itself. You know, no barrier is too big. So how I respond to it is, you know, I just tell them that if they're around me, cane is not an option. You know, they can do whatever they put their mindset to.
So, how did you get into coaching? What made you want to be a coach?
I wanted to be a coach. When I retired from track and field, I wanted to do something more to help the community out. And I knew there was a lot of youth that needed help, and the guidance that I had got when I was younger and being an athlete. That's when I got my first youth athlete, Bricks, that came to this school or whatever. That's my first youth athlete that I had and I coached, and I seen it was very beneficial to him, and he was very appreciative to it. So I decided to move forward with it, you know, and it paid off. You know, I love seeing youth fulfill their goals and dreams, and I like being a part of their chapter.
What motivates you every day? Why do you get up in the morning, come out here to do it?
You guys. What motivates me every day, knowing that I'm trying to fulfill something myself that's bigger than the sport of track and field, and is bigger than sports, period. Me being a coach, I want to see, as long as I work hard, then I know that my work is not in vain. I can see you guys go on and be better athletes and be better people, period. You know, and that's what wakes me up every morning.
That's your goal as a coach? That's
my goal as a coach. Actually, you know, one of the goals as a coach for me is to become one of the best coaches that's ever done in sport, and to see all my athletes move on to better careers in life.
So, when you were younger, what kept you motivated in track? Staying out of trouble?
Staying out of trouble. And when I realized that God gave me a gift, then I wanted to use it to the best of my ability. I didn't want it to go to waste. You know?
What was the biggest problem you faced when you were younger?
The biggest problem that I faced was, I guess, people telling me that I couldn't do it. You know, I think that was the biggest problem that I faced. I think that was the only barrier that I really had, because all the other barriers I knew that, it wasn't too much for me to handle. But just, you know, I was the smallest kid. I was, you know, I wasn't the fastest. But I worked extra hard. I worked extra hard in order to become the fastest. But you know, that was the only barrier. People telling me I couldn't do it, but actually that made me work harder.
So you took it.
Yeah, it motivated me.
How do you deal with failure, losing a race, or not performing as well as you should have?
Me personally, I deal with it by going back into the lab and working on the things that I knew that I messed up on. That, you know, actually that motivates me more. You know, if I fail in one task, then I go back to the lab, it being track and field, and I make the corrections and come back even harder.
What are your greatest challenges as a coach?
Not seeing someone that I've coached take advantage of the opportunity. You know, I think that's one of the biggest ones. I know I'm coaching hard, and I expect the athletes to work just as hard, you know, to get to where they want to be at. But that's the biggest one. You know.
Why do you think kids do that?
I think because a lot of times the kids don't, especially here, since I've been here, a lot of the kids don't realize what type of talent that they have. You know, they don't know and they don't understand that they're more than meets the eye. You know, and I think that's the big part of why some of the kids that I coach kind of get stagnant, kind of get to a barrier and want to pause rather than go through the barrier because they really don't know how good they are.
So how do you deal with that as a coach?
Try to teach them self-motivation. You know, self-motivation, and I can't want it more than the athlete. I can't want it more than the youth. So one of the things that I try to get them to do is take it one step at a time. You know, it's a process, and it's something. I try to get them to understand that with sacrifice comes success. They have to sacrifice a lot of things in order to be successful. And once they understand that, then they start believing in themselves, and then they see the bigger picture, and then they start achieving what they want to achieve.
So, as an athlete or as a coach, what do you say has been your defining moment that you look at it and you say, I made it?
As a coach. When I first got in the coaching business, a lot of people still looked at me as an athlete. They still looked at me as an athlete. They really didn't look to me as a coach. And even when, as an athlete, you know, I'm part of USA, one of the hardest countries to compete for and make it to the Olympics and World Championship. And when I didn't fulfill that, but I did see the world being an athlete, but I did fulfill it as a coach. I went to, a couple of Olympics and World Championships as a coach. And I think that was my defining moment as a coach. You know, it wasn't as an athlete because I think that I was put on earth not to fulfill it as an athlete, but to fulfill it as a coach.
So you obviously have a lot of values. You've gone through life, you've overcome adversity, got into a full ride to college, right?
Yeah.
Won college states. So how do you instill the values that you have on your runners?
I try to teach them better than what I was taught. You know, a lot of times have changed since I've been in college. People are running faster. People got better resources than what I had. So what I try to teach the kids now is, you guys have a lot better resources than I had, and I try to prove it to them, and I try to show them that, and I want them to be better than I was when I was an athlete, mentally as well as physically. So I think that I'm doing a good job, doing that. But I've accomplished a lot in my day. Now it's you guys' time. It's the grassroots. It's the grassroots of the sports.
So are you happy with where you're at?
Yeah, I'm very happy with where I'm at. Am I content with where I'm at? No. I feel like I still have a lot more growing to do as a coach, and I feel as though that when it's time, like I'm never content with where I'm at. I want to continue to keep moving up, and keep getting people in the Olympics, World Championships, keep getting kids in colleges. I think I'll be like that when I die, to be honest with you. This is my fulfillment.
Alright, anything else?
No, don't use drugs. Believe in yourself. Thank you.
Yeah, this album is dedicated to all the teachers that told me I never amount to nothing. To all the people that lived above the buildings that I was hustling from, that called the police on me when I was just trying to make some money to feed my daughter. And to all my peoples in the struggle, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, baby, baby. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine, hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack, Mr. Magic Molly Mall. I let my tape rock till my tape pop. Smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stock. Way back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. Remember rapping Duke? The hard. You never thought that hip hop would take it this far. Now I'm in the limelight cause I rhyme tight. Time to get paid, blow up like the world trade. Born sinner, the opposite of a winner. Remember when I used to eat sardines for dinner? Peace to Ron G, Brucey B, Kid Capri, Funk Master Flex, Love Bug, Star Ski. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Call a crib, same number, same hood. It's all good.
Watch things on VCR.
Change from a common thief to up close and personal with Robin Leach. And I'm far from cheap, I smoke smoke with my peeps all day. Spread love, it's the Brooklyn way. The Moet and Alizé keep me pissy. Girls used to diss me, now they write letters cause they miss me. I never thought it could happen, this rapping stuff. I was too used to packing gats and stuff. Now honeys play me close like butter play toast. From the Mississippi down to the East Coast. Condos in Queens, indo for weeks. Sold out seats to hear Biggie Small speak. Living life without fear, putting 5 carats in my baby girl ear. Lunches, brunches, interviews by the pool. Considered a fool cause I dropped out of high school. Stereotypes of a black male misunderstood. And it's still all good,
Watch things on VCR. Watch things on VCR.
Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this. 50-inch screen, money green leather sofa. Got 2 rides, a limousine with the chauffeur. Phone bill about 2 G's flat. No need to worry, my accountant handles that. And my whole crew is lounging, celebrating every day, no more public housing. Thinking back on my one-room shack. Now my mom pimps an act with minks on her back. And she loves to show me off, of course. Smiles every time my face is up in the sauce. We used to fuss when the landlord dissed us. No heat, wonder why Christmas missed us. Birthdays was the worst days. Now we sip champagne when we thirsty. Damn right I like the life I live. Cause I went from negative to positive and it's all.
Watch things on VCR.